Sledgehammer Games co-founder Michael Condrey will lead a new 2K development studio based in Silicon Valley. 2K parent company Take-Two Interactive broke the news in a press release, revealing the former Visceral Games crew has joined the company as president of the as-yet-unnamed game studio. Condrey left Sledgehammer last February alongside fellow co-founder Glenn Schofield to take up an internal role at Activision, though has now left the company entirely. He brings over 20 years of experience to 2K, having overseen the development and progression of the Call of Duty franchise while at Sledgehammer, and also leading the creation of acclaimed horror shooter Dead Space. During his time at Visceral, his first task will be to form a new team before leading development on an unannounced project, and Condrey said he jumped at the rare and special opportunity to build in the studio from the ground up. Great games come from the passion of a team, driven by the pursuit of quality and the empowerment of an independent studio model, he commented. 2K's studios have creative and technical autonomy, backed by a world-class infrastructure of support, and that offers the perfect recipe to build an studio and craft experiences that will lead the next generation of gaming for fans everywhere. The Silicon Valley opening will join a roster of 2K development teams that includes Visual Concepts, Firaxis Games, Hangar 13, and Cat Edit Games. In this DD 2017 talk, ILM's John Knolllmxlabs Roger Cause and Matty Hoffman discussed the rendering technology inspired by video Gamasutra the team created for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The trio provide details as to how the technology works, in addition to going over challenges and lessons learned by creating a real-time hero character for Rogue One. It was an insightful talk that's definitely still worth watching, so developers should not miss the opportunity to do so now that it's freely available on the official GD YouTube channel. In addition to this presentation, THEGDC Vault and its accompanying YouTube channel offers numerous other free videos, audio recordings, and slides from many of the recent game developers conference events, and the service offers even more members-only content for DD Vault subscribers. Those who purchased all access passes to recent events, like DD Vault, already have full access to DD Vault, and interested parties can apply for the individual subscription via the DD Vault subscription page. Group subscriptions are also available. Game-related schools and development studios who sign up for DD Vault Studio subscriptions can receive access for their entire office or company by contacting staff via THEGDC Vault Group subscription page. Finally, current subscribers with access issues can contact DD Vault technical support. Gamasutra and DD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Knowing when and how to pitch your next big project to someone outside the team, a publisher, for example, is key to consistent success in the game industry. But it's tricky to learn any other way than through hard-won experience. Luckily, lots of experienced game industry professionals will be at the THEGAME Developers Conference in March to share knowledge, including Finji chief Rebecca Saltzman, who's actually giving a great talk about the best way to pitch a publisher. So you are ready to pitch to a publisher. You are not, is the talk. Part of the DD 2019 Independent Game Summit, and it's something you want to see given that Saltzman has seen the problem many times. From both sides, she will show you how Finji builds and uses pitch documents, kit art and gameplay videos. You will also learn the difference between prototypes, gameplay mechanic tests, and vertical slices and why publishers want them. Because of the disconnect between the business and creative sides of development, devs often find themselves in a business development role without understanding the way this part of the industry works. This doc aims to help combat that by equipping you with practical advice you can use to pitch your next project. Do not skip it. Further details on this talk and many more are available now on THEGDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your GD 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to GD, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, OS. Gamasutra and GD are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. Activision Blizzard has appointed 3 company veterans to lead its main operating units, with the U.S. giant having experience of some high-profile departures since the turn of the year. Call of Duty Executive Vice President and General Manager Rob Kostich has been named President of Activision, having overseen the development of the company's most iconic franchise for the past decade. In his new role, Kostich will be responsible for steering game development, strategy, and operations across Activision as a whole. Elsewhere, Human Sagnidi has been made president of King Digital Entertainment, after serving as the group's chief financial officer and chief strategic officer since 2016. He will now be charged with overseeing the division's operational management in tandem with King CEO Ricardo Falcone. Finally, Dennis Durkin, who was recently reappointed as the CFO of Activision Blizzard following the unceremonious departure of Spencer Newman, will also be stepping up as president of the company's emerging business group. In his expanded role, Durkin will oversee the operational management of Activision Blizzard Sports Leagues, Activision Blizzard Studios, and Activision Blizzard Consumer Products Group. The Epic Game Stories Director of Publishing Strategy, Sergey Galyankin, known as Steam Spy, has clarified a few points regarding how Battlefront will target influencers and consumers. This comes after the Rosetta also provided a translated summary of an episode of How Games Are Made, a Russian-language podcast co-hosted by Galyankin, where he apparently discussed what developers and users can expect from Epic this year in terms of features. It's worth noting that the Rosetta thread is a summarized, roughly translated account of the podcast, and so the points given should be taken with a grain of salt. Epic currently has a system that allows developers to provide influencers with game codes that come with referral links to the game, offering the influencers a cut of a game's sale when the link is used. As of right now, Epic covers the default 5% cut. Although developers can decrease or increase that cut, the program is reportedly not intended to be permanent, leading to speculation that devs will be asked to cover more costs in the future, with indies paying up to 20% in order to have their games marketed by influencers. Epic also takes a 12% cut of revenue from games sold on the storefront, with the Support a Creator program being optional. As of right now, the pricing system is also optional, so devs are able to decide if they want to give influencers anything from 0 to 100% of the revenue for every game they help sell. Galyankin took to Twitter to clarify, right now a significant part of marketing budgets of big games is allocated to paid influencers. Galyankin said on Twitter, those are one-off deals. I think having a way for influencers to be able to stream any game and make money without relying solely on big publishers would be awesome. Support a creator program. A fortnight allows some creators to make enough money to go full-time. My hope is by extending it to Epic Games Store titles and getting more games on board, we will reach the point where it's possible for more creators. Our goal is to empower smaller devs to have the same access to creators that only big publishers right now can afford. It's not in any way mandatory. We are just leveling the playing field, giving devs the tools